Michael was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them.
The setting for this one of the most feared venues in the league. Boston Garden, all ready for NBA playoff basketball. Hi everyone, welcome to Boston, home of Game 2 of the Chicago Bulls-Boston Celtics matchup. I'm Kevin Holland. I'll be joined by Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello. And Mike, Chicago hoping to even the series up here tonight.
And it won't be easy, not against this Celtics team. The Celtics are the favorites to come out of the East, and they've showed why that's the case with a convincing Game 1 win.
Very convincing. And the bright spot, Clark, from Game 1 for the Chicago Bulls, the production they got from the terrific Michael Jordan.
How about his performance? Didn't look like he had been bothered at all by that foot injury. 49 points, and he showed he's extremely ready for the big stage of the playoffs. But you know what? He's going to have to even be better for them to get the win tonight.
That's a good thought. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. It'll be the Celtics off the tip.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
Here's Ainge. McHale trying to free himself. The shot's good from Ainge. Ainge has got the first points up on the board here for the Celtics. To the right side. And Corzine gets it to go. And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. Here's Ainge. The Bulls getting the bucket. Johnson, the pass to Parrish. To the paint, here's Ainge. And Jordan sends it back.
With an incredible 4-foot vertical leap and that 6'11" wingspan, it's tough to get a shot over Jordan.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Chicago with the ball after the basket by Boston. Oakley passes to Macy. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Back to Gervin. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Much respect for the defensive effort, but Gervin outworks the contact and is able to find his finish.
Now with the inside in the Celtics game plan, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, this young Michael Jordan has a lot of tools in his bag. The first thing the Celtics want to do is stop straight line drives. Guys have to rotate over and give him angles off of the basket. But Jordan is so good with his quick first move, and then going vertical allows him to convert right over the top of defenses. Guys?
David, thank you. In Game 1, the Celtics tried 5 different defenders on Michael Jordan. And Mike, ultimately, he got a little fatigued, but not before he put up 49.
One of the assistant coaches with Chicago said about Jordan, he's got the jump shot ability of a Jerry West and the ability to go to the hoop of a Julius Erving. Pretty good people to be compared with.
Phenomenal comparison.
Michael Jordan.
And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Mark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How will they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in game one. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
No good from McHale. Jordan, the pass to Oakley. He shoots again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
First personal foul.
The determination is unmatched. MJ able to embrace contact and finish. And he'll shoot one more.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Redmond comes in for Ainge. And it's Easting in for Johnson.
And you look at this Chicago team, and they are your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Here's Banks after Kevin McHale's score. Right side, Green. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. Here's Easting. Rebound by the Bulls.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And so it's McHale with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Paxson with the steal.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game one. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well. You know, part of what makes Bird exceptional is his all-around talent. I mean, he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and that's how you end up being an MVP in the league. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And another turnover here by Chicago.
Boston ball.
Boston leading by 3. Here is Easting. It's deflected.
Look at Corzine going after the shot, using his reach to knock it away.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
David Corzine. First personal foul.
Bulls trail by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Banks, no good. Here is Easting, guarded by Paxson. Pass to Bird. Over Banks. Gets himself open and drills it.
An innate ability to score the basketball. Bird beats you in many different ways. That time from close range.
And that concludes the first
That's the
quarter.
end of the first quarter.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in game one, they need to make a statement tonight.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and David Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics fought at front court. Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge. Gervin for 3. Oakley kicks it over to Corzine. Shoots over Parrish. They shoot again. Shot's good by Oakley.
Charles Oakley.
He is absolutely a wrecking ball on the offensive board. Charles Oakley crashing with a lot of force.
And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. Here's Jordan. Nails the
Michael
baby
Jordan.
hook. And the big question and my problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in game one. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Now with the inside on the Celtics game plan, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, this young Michael Jordan has a lot of tools in his bag. The first thing the Celtics want to do is stop straight line drives. Guys have to rotate over and give him angles off of the basket. But Jordan is so good with his quick first move and then going vertical, it allows him to convert right over the top of defenses. Guys?
David, thank you. In Game 1, the Celtics tried 5 different defenders on Michael Jordan, and Mike, ultimately, he got a little fatigued, but not before he put up 49.
One of the assistant coaches with Chicago said about Jordan, he's got the jump shot ability of a Jerry West and the ability to go to the hoop of a Julius Erving. Pretty good people to be compared with.
Phenomenal comparison. I love that. And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Mark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Here's Jordan. Makes it off the glass.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
Jordan's got a lot of
timeout
flash
call.
to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
I think this is more like a tourniquet as opposed to just being a simple timeout.
Yeah, they're just bleeding points here. Coach has seen enough.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird,
Chicago
Mikal
foul.
Parrish,
Michael
all
Jordan.
elite
First
players.
personal foul.
I think someday all
Second
three will be in
team
the Hall
foul.
of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Now, here's Johnson. To the inside. Harris. And he gets the bucket.
Contact does not phase Slim. He makes it happen regardless.
Outside, Jordan. Jordan out of the
Michael
gates
Jordan.
fast. Doesn't look shaky at all.
David
Getting enough
Corzine.
shots in close to play inside out.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bird outside. Pass to
2
Johnson.
minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
That one a little long.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in Game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell
Substitution
123 to
on the
104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best
Charles
regular
Oakley.
seasons ever as well.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walton's checked in for Parrish. And it's Hastings in for Johnson. And so it's Boston with it. The Bulls getting the bucket. Bird with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hastings. Here's Walton. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in.
That is one of the many things you get from Walton. He's a relentless rebounder.
Jordan inside. Ainge covering. Nice D from McHale.
And you look at the Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record, but they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
The shot's good from Banks.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving this Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
Jordan against Ainge. Now here's Bird. And shot on the way. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Bird can get you points in just about any situation. Scores at all 3 levels, and he's determined as a scorer.
Over to the wing. And 3 from Jordan. Rebound Boston. Here is Hastings. No points in the game yet for him.
Hastings that time saw the defense closing in
Sidney
and
Green.
was able to force the
First
contact
personal
and draw the
foul.
foul.
And he's got his
Team
first free
foul.
throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here.
At the line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Free throw shooting is a skill, and this guy absolutely has it.
A deep 3 from Jordan. And so it's the
That's the end
Chicago
of the
Bulls
first quarter.
with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter.
8.
Their defense
The
has been
Chicago team.
active and
14.
effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round one matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Here is Paxson.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
McHale is out there with Bird. Then there's Wedman. Then it's Parrish. And it's Johnson in at the one spot. That's the foul to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Back to Johnson. Over Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots. Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
Aggressive, confident, and then very explosive.
Very. The statement finish, just one of the things he's known for.
And his teammates are loving it.
You know, you have to give credit to the Bulls so far. Clark, they've managed to slow down the Celtics' big three.
Well, Kevin, they knew they had to be better to give themselves a chance. I mean, so far, I think they've answered the call quite well.
Redmond the pass to Johnson. Here's McHale. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McHale's got his first basket.
The floor general leadership of Johnson, outstanding at realizing when a teammate is open.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
You know, I think that was a message-sending foul there. They're not going to allow any easy buckets at the rim.
Yeah, as a coach, I like that one. Make them earn it at the line.
Ainge is checked in for Wedman.
Whether he's protecting the rim or setting screens on offense, Corzine hits you like a quick ball.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
Jordan finds Green, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Certainly, Jordan could be a one-man offense, but he's always ready to get others involved.
Pass to Ainge. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tries from 10. Green with the rebound. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Now a timeout called by
Celtics
Boston.
call timeout.
They've literally been giving points away inside. I know Coach has something to say about that.
And you have to address situations like this right away, or it's just going to keep happening to you.
Now coming over the court.
Kyle Macy's checked in for the Bulls.
Give it up. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Kyle Macy.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. McHale. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
And yes, it's good. Jordan's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Bulls.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who,
2 minutes.
he finds a way to score.
Bird against Gervin. A nice shot by Bird. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin.
David
It was his
Corzine.
4th game back from
Assisting
injury. We're
Michael
seeing
Jordan.
how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
That's a solid observation. And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season
Michael Jordan.
playing with San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West.
Second
Good
personal
scoring
foul.
punch. Back to you.
Second team
Well
foul.
said. It is indeed. Thanks,
Substitution
DA.
for
George
the
Irvin
Celtics.
shot 47% this season, plus the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. You and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his
David
career, one of the
Quincy.
very best.
Yes,
And
yes.
we know George
Michael
Irvin
Jordan.
can finger roll.
Well said. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, like 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row.
Michael Jordan.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. Wow. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ainge. They get it back. Here's Seasting, guarded by Jordan.
Bulls foul.
These
Michael
are
Jordan.
his third and fourth
Second
free throw attempts of the
personal
game.
foul. Third team foul.
First one falls for him.
Seaston's so heady as a point guard, very comfortable facilitating this offense.
And so he makes both from the line. The Bulls leading by 10. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's got 14. Oakley kicks to Jordan. Lets it go from deep.
Boy, love the hustle defensively that time from McHale. His coaches and teammates like it too.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Chicago. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his... It's called the City of Champions. The third quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston. And the Bulls with possession.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And now, let's go to D.A.
Michael Jordan.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants. And he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And
Michael
he
Jordan.
rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Michael Jordan. Irvin out there with Oakley. Then there's Macy, and it's Corzine in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Parrish missing, and the Celtics core club won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
And I think for the Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we've probably ever seen in the league.
I agree. The Bulls leading by 12, and Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season.
Assisted by
It feels like it's their
Kyle
year.
Macy.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Clock at 6. Celtics passing it around. And they recover it. And McHale gets it to go.
A determined rebounder. McHale just outworks the
Chicago
opposition to come
timeout
away
call.
with the second chance points.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here.
All right,
John Paxson, he's checked in for Kyle Mason.
Celtics dancers.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
John Paxson.
Up top, Paxson. He's guarded by Johnson. Right side, Oakley. Over McHale. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
That's what this team needs right now.
You're right, cutting the deficit with the one-handed flush.
Maybe that can give them a little spark.
2 minutes remaining in the
On the wing,
third. 2
Johnson.
minutes.
Over Gervin. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Like a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
Michael
And
Jordan.
the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. Bird looking it over. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 10 points with the embarrassment from Dennis Johnson.
Fantastic work inside from Johnson. Not bashful at attacking from the paint. Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic I know impresses you so much. Jordan, the pass to Corzine, and the rejection by Parrish.
The wingspan of Parrish, helping him get a hand on shots when others would have been out of luck.
It's his first trip with the
Dennis
line.
Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
That free throw, good from Paxson.
Shooting for Chicago.
Evans checked in for
John
Boston.
Paxson.
Seaston comes
At
in
the
for
line
Dennis
for two.
Johnson. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Banks is checked in. Celtics trail by 10. That's tipped. Paxson with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it.
Michael
And it's
Jordan.
in there.
Assist
22
from
points for Jordan.
John Paxson.
Doesn't get any easier for Jordan. Terrific at exploiting the defense in transition.
Got a piece of it. Bird, the pass to Wedman. Bird outside. 6 to shoot. And the three ball is good. Bird's got 9 points.
Look at Bird, showing off the catch-and-shoot ability.
Hey, the smart play here is to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, certainly that's what the coaches hope they do.
Jordan, the pass to Corzine. The shot by Jordan, no good.
He did everything in his power to make that a difficult shot.
Yeah, great contest. You know, this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
And here are the Bulls now. Bird. And that one released in time, but
That's
no
the end of the third quarter.
Michael
With the
Jordan
score.
getting it done for
Your Boston
Chicago.
team.
And of everything he's doing
38.
well, it's
The
his
Chicago
scoring that you
team.
point to first.
47.
Already 22 points in this game. We come back. Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston. Celtics trail by 9.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in Game 1.
Seasting is out there with Wedman. Then there's Bird. Then there's Kevin McHale. And it's Parrish in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Oakley. Over McHale. And it's sent back by McHale.
Not today. McHale with the rejection, putting his enormous 8-foot wingspan to use.
And so it's Boston with it. And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in
Michael
now
Jordan.
with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
Seasting passes to Bird. Here is Seasting, guarded by Paxson. The Celtics working the ball around now. Bird with the bounce pass. Clock at 4. Here's Parrish. Rebound by the Bulls. Oakley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
Seasting passes to Wedman. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Paxson. Can't hit that one. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Bird. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Bird's got 4 points this quarter.
Larry attacks you in so many ways, showing his natural scoring ability here, filling up the scorecard.
Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little thing.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers, a great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. Some changes for Boston. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Ainge comes in for Wedman. And Dennis Johnson's subbed in for Seasting. Gervin's checked in for Chicago. Macy comes in for Paxson.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Johnson finds Bird. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Johnson. Corzine against McHale. Jordan, right side. There's the pass to Corzine. Good on the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's your Boston Dancers.
Johnson against Jordan. Back to Bird. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And you know, in the painted area, Bird has a variety of moves, can take you either direction and finish with either hand. He's a nightmare to defend, and believe me, I woke up in sweats many a times dealing with that guy.
And it makes sense why they keep running the offense through him, proving how efficient he is.
Johnson, the pass to Bird. Over Gervin. Bird misses.
And this is the type of shot they want. Coming up empty there, but I won't be shocked if they try to go back to this.
Offensive rebound. Here's Corzine. Pass to Jordan. And Clark will put Jordan at 30 points once again.
Every time you look up, it seems Jordan has more and more points. They just keep coming. He's been every bit as impressive as he was in Game 1 to me.
They throw good, Jordan.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Here's Bird. Over Gervin. McHale trying to free himself. Bird with the bucket. Bird's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Here's Corzine. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
This run absolutely closes the door on any chance of a surprise ending. That'll do it.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
They could have used this run much earlier in the ballgame.
Too little, too late. But hey, it's something positive to take into the next game.
That just about does it. Only question is, what's the margin going to be?
Great performers from them tonight. Well-deserved win.
Johnson, the pass to Bird. Good work defensively by Gervin. And so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Passes it to Macy. Good. It's Jordan picking up the assist.
What concentration from Macy. Impressive basket.
Jordan against Johnson. Feeds to Bird. Over Gervin. The three from Johnson. Walton inside. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
Coming out to support
With the
your
series
team.
tied
Make
at
sure to get home
1-1.
safely, and
The
we'll see you
next
at the
two
next
games
sporting
in
event.
Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next few games. Jordan at home has been electric, and if he gets hot, the Celtics might not make it back home.
Things have gotten very interesting.